Okay, so yeah, we have the guy
setup.
with the fighting off a facehugger, a typical facehugger.
Okay, looks like a normal facehugger.
But it's so fast. We can see the tail and the fingers of the facehugger.
All the legs.
And then they show you the various parts of the ship and.
Right.
That this is very important because there's a lot of stuff to talk about here. That
I know there's a lot of information in this one frame.
It seems like we're missing lots of stuff, but this room looks really weird.
Okay, so the first very important thing is it's crouching very similar to the dog xenomorph
in Alien
3.
Okay.
Right? But then again, in Alien vs Predator, you see the aliens doing the exact same thing. So you see that still frame of the guy looking up. He looks already surprised or scared or shocked in that scene, and then he looks up because he might have heard a sound or maybe sees the saliva or something, and then he realizes, hey, this is xenomorph.
Now we can't say we don't care much for the guy that's in the room. Not looking.
But the important part of it is he's shocked and stuff. So this room was hidden. You get what I mean? It wasn't. The crew didn't know about this room. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why he's so surprised. He's like, "What's going on here in this room?" Because it does look like a sus room.
Okay, well, there's lots of research going on about the engineers, or it could be the engineers working on themselves with this black goo.
Possibly doing experiments on themselves.
Because they've got a humanoid there that.
If you look at that image.
It's a human or a humanoid.
No, it's a face. Look at the face. It looks like a normal skull. Then it looks like it's changing. And then look at the bottom image.
It's completely changed.
It either looks messed up like a fly field, or it looks
different
similar
stages
to how
of their testing.
Or it could look similar to how the xenomorph looks at the end of this trailer.
Right.
With the eyes, look at the slanted thin eyes. Can you see that?
Oh, yes, but are you talking about the image above the corpse?
Yes, above the corpse. That's it. Those three heads.
So the room, we can't confirm that. It looks very messy that it wouldn't be an engineer's scene.
I know it can't be, because an engineer would have had a lot more technology and
all their technology is
built into the room.
It's discreet.
Kind of. Yes, very discreet. You
don't
can't see it.
So
that's definitely not an engineer's room. I don't think it's David's though. I think that could be Shaw. That looks like the work of a person. You get what I'm saying?
Sloppy person.
It looks, you could see the paintings or those pictures hanging. It looks very
okay, but rough. Is this, well, if it's Shaw, then it has to be on this new planet. Or could this be on the Covenant ship or the dropship?
It could be on the derelict. It could be her on the derelict doing stuff inside the ship, and because they've just gone into the ship and things are going wrong. Probably.
No, I'm saying, could this be on Covenant? Could it be the new David doing research
on Covenant? On their Covenant
on
ship?
the Covenant that brings him there?
I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, but look at the ground, the floor. That's not gonna. That's the floor of a ship wouldn't look like that.
That's what I'm saying.
So exactly. So it wouldn't be the Covenant. The Covenant ship would look very grid-like, or sort of like a grill.
It's all metallic.
It's all metallic. That's not the ship. I don't think that's a ship.
So, well, it could be in that temple area.
That's what I'm
couple
saying.
Buildings
could be in that
there.
city. In that city.
We always seen images of this guy with the cloak on. That could just be Shaw the whole time.
That's what I was saying, because everybody keeps saying that's David. That's David. You don't know if it's David. They're all wearing coats with hoods. You get what I mean? She could be rocking the same gear. The best part of this is everybody knows in movies they always have suspense. They always have something to hit you with at the end. That chick grabbing the dog tag, as you can see here. That could just be her struggling, running away, and she lost her dog tag on that thing.
This is an angle for us.
That's just an angle for us. She's dead. Yeah, man, she's dead. And then boom, at the end of the video,
if she was,
we said it first. Sakti, we said it first.
We would have been the first, and this would be the biggest secret people have kept. It would be like a Game of Thrones.
Yes,
Return of Jon Snow type secret.
Yes, full blown. She's full blown. You just killed her for all the Jon Snow fans out there that haven't seen
it's too late.
You don't care.
You gotta get back.
Alright, so that's what I'm saying. So she could still be alive, and that could be the whole big secret at the end. That well, not necessarily the end. This could be the scene. He could go into that room and he could see her. She could be there doing stuff. She could still, because she was obsessed with them.
Or maybe that's just evidence of what she done before she died.
Yes, sort of like a Predators when they meet up with Lawrence Fishburne, and you see his room and how he's been living there for long.
Yeah,
and
he's learned a few things from them,
like their armor, use their armor, their weapons. Now we got obviously probably near the end parts of the scene of the movie,
showing random shots of the neomorph running through and
so
growing.
The neomorphs pipes at the back that no one knows what they do or what they're for.
They are
These
breathing.
ones look
in Alien 4. In Alien 4, when they clone Ripley and they get the queen, not the queen, they get the 4 aliens in the room. In the book, they breathe, the novelization of the movie, they talk about the breathing pipes for the xenomorphs. That's what they are. And Ripley has them as well, and they cut them off her.
Oh, okay.
Because she's part queen.
The thing that's interesting.
So they're for breeding.
It's a slight difference. This xenomorph is definitely different because the normal pipes and the normal xenomorphs sort of go backwards towards the
back and down.
Back and down. But this one looks like it's coming on the side, like up and towards the right and left of it. So it's a bit different. So the xenomorph is definitely different. You can see it in this frame.
It's a different species sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a different version. This is why I'm saying everything is different to what we are familiar with.
Yeah.
So about us assuming it's going to be like this, so it's going to have acid blood, it could be completely wrong.
Are those buildings in the background? Or is that part of the structure of the temple?
That looks like just rock. Because, see? Oh, no, it's a temple.
It's on the side of the temple.
Yes, okay. So they've escaped. Something's gone wrong.
They're obviously trying to get... Now this is the scene that everyone's been waiting for. Or surprised everyone. Because they actually showed this. This is the
so this frame right
wonderful
here.
neomorph.
Yeah, the new species, the new kind. So the fingers are different, or the hands.
They're different.
Like it looks very weird.
They're very spider-like, but they seem to have the same digits as the initial.
The first xenomorph from Alien 1.
Which is 1 thumb.
Where the fingers are
2. No, it's 2 thumbs, isn't it? 2 middle fingers and 6 digits on each.
Yes.
hand.
But this looks like it could have 6. It looks like 2 on the far left, 2 in the middle, and then 1 with another small one, and then the thumb. So that's like the 2 extra thumbs.
Yeah.
So it looks like it could be the same.
Well, let's look at the hind legs. They seem really long.
Yeah, and they look more like a hand, like a human hand.
Yes, it can. It looks like it can grab, like it grips something.
Grip something, yes, sort of like a primate sort of hand. Opposable thumbs and whatnot.
Alright, so the money shot.
Money shot right here is...
Now this is... Now you can see its posture.
Yeah, you can see that spider-like posture you were talking about.
And it looks like it might have the ribcage sort of look of the engineers.
I know, yeah, very possible. It does look similar, and the collarbones. Look how wide the collarbones are.
It's completely different to a xenomorph. People have to play Colonial Rings to see this, because this is where they feature. Because they have they had the eyes that you can partially see under the skull.
Yeah.
And they had a face. The mouth area was like a humanoid.
It wasn't the inner jaw thing that the normal.
So people are saying that this could be the xenomorph that comes from the engineer.
Yeah, it does look. The thing that's good to notice here. I don't know if you picked it up, but I've just picked it up, especially now that we've been watching it like this still frame for long. There's not a lot of mechanical things going on on the xenomorph. It looks very muscular. Look at it.
It looks really biological.
It looks real biological. It's
so we just got the pipes.
Rib cage. You got muscles on the shoulders and biceps of what that looks like, and the pipes at the back with the tail. The tail looks very much like a lizard's tail or a dinosaur's tail or something like that. But there's no, that sort of grid-like image on the mechanical look that a normal xenomorph has all the time that no one seems to really talk about.